Coming up on this episode of Swing Nation, Gaby Cook gives us an aerials flowchart. We've got a great interview with Annie Trudeau and Rebecca's Lindy Challenge. All that and more coming up. Swing Nation episode 35 starts now.
Hit that jive, close the door, get the carpet off the floor. Swing Nation,
people grooving together.
Truck on down, pimp your stroll, put some jelly on that roll. Swing Nation,
people grooving together.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Swing Nation. We are so excited to bring you this show. We're excited to bring you all the shows, actually.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this show. I am Rick Matic. I am joined by my lovely co-hosts, Zucker Punch and Spuds over here.
Show number 35.
Show number 35.
Mm-hmm. I like to say that because if we ever do an audio version of this, they need to hear it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's October 16th.
And that's the date.
Yes.
That's right.
And I'm wearing a blue shirt. Don't forget to tell them that.
Are we going to do visual descriptions of the entire show?
I'm still going!
Wow. That is a nice shirt, dude.
It is. It's good color on me.
Spuds is modeling the 2010 Swing and Soul t-shirt.
Limited edition.
Royal
She's
blue.
right. It's 2010.
Not many of those left.
Limited edition. Let's get to the show because we have an exciting show.
Oh gosh,
Yeah,
we
we
got so
do.
many things to do. We have let's do some of our quick bits here. Some whatever the sound is. Oh, we got
glad that we kept that.
This one is amazing. This came across our Facebook feed. Gaby Cook put together this flow chart of when you should or shouldn't do air steps or aerials.
I feel like this should be required reading for everyone who tries to do one on the social floor. Like, maybe you get it tattooed on the inside of your arm or something so that you have a reference for next time.
So good. Oh,
so
gosh.
good. And Gabby's just like, yeah. Gabby's just straight up like,
It's got Frankie.
It's got Frankie.
I love it.
are you competing? No. Are you social dancing? Yes. Will a venue get sued if you fall on your head? Of course someone is going to get sued if you fall on your head. Obviously that means don't do an aerial.
The best is, are you in a Jack and Jill? Yes. Please never enter Jack and Jill again.
Yeah, I really like that one.
Yeah, I mean, because if you're thinking of throwing an aerial in a Jack and Jill, you really shouldn't be doing the dance or the Jack and Jill.
These are really about leaders. This is
Well, I mean, I don't know how many aerials there are where a follow can initiate.
No.
Exactly. Throw me!
I'm definitely okay.
Right? I mean, like if I just suddenly dive between your legs to do a pancake, then the worst that's going to happen is I'm going to kick you in the head probably. But I mean, given my arm control, I'm probably not even going to get up that high. So I'm just going to fall on my own butt. Exactly. And probably no one is at risk.
Yeah.
So leaders, it's your fault again.
One of my favorites is, are you at a practice? No. Are you at an outdoor dance? No. Are you wasted at a bar trying to impress non-dancers? No. Are you Michael Sigwin? Yes. You could probably pull that off. I salute you, brave fellow. And if you're not Michael Sigwin, go home. You're drunk.
Go look up Michael Sigwin on the internet.
Oh my God.
I don't even know if that's going to help you because it's such an in-joke, but it's hilarious.
It's so funny.
GabyCook.com, check it out. She was on our ILHC thing. She'll be on this show eventually. She's great.
Yeah, warning, Gabby, we're coming for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
My. That's a spicy pickle.
These are spicy pickles. Yes. These are some folks who very nicely supported our fundraiser campaign.
Yeah.
And in exchange, we're going to mention their new album. They have a new album. This is Spicy Pickles from Iowa. They've released their self-titled debut for Lindy Hoppers and blues dancers. This is a band composed of dancers that love to play for dancers. It's a mixture of trad jazz, gut bucket blues, and swing. You can go to cdbaby.com/cd/thespicypickles or look for it on iTunes and Amazon. I think we also talked about these cats on Hey Mr. Jesse. Is that right?
We did.
Yeah.
Those handsome devils. Yeah, we did. We gave him a little shout out on Hey Mr. Jesse. Yeah, Spicy Pickles, definitely a fun band.
I don't know where they came from. They just all of a sudden were all over my Facebook feed. Like everyone was talking about them, and I was like, did I nap for 100
Good
years?
social media campaigners.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just like exploded out of nowhere. All right, good on you.
Thank you, Spicy Pickles, for supporting us.
Yeah.
I just spit because I'm thinking of pickles.
Spicy. What's this other thing that came across our feed here?
That's an excellent question, Rick. Why don't you tell us, buds?
We got show feedback.
What? We never get feedback.
We get some feedback, but this was
The best feedback ever.
This was wonderful.
This is feedback that wasn't spam.
Exactly. This is stuff we can read. So we got an email from Lauren Phillips from Milwaukee. And she writes us, she says, "Hi, my name is Lauren Phillips. I'm currently living in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I wanted to send you a little message because I want to thank you for airing your show. I know
You're welcome.
You're very welcome, yeah. I know that a lot goes into it, and I look forward to watching more broadcasts. I recently moved to Twin Cities, and
From the Twin Cities. Sorry.
I moved. Thank you. From the Twin Cities, and I'm currently going through a period of dancers withdrawal because there aren't as many opportunities as there were before. Watching your show is such a blessing because I'm able to see what's happening around the Lindy community from my apartment. I've decided to start practicing solo dancing until I'm able to go out again. Thank you for keeping the excitement of the dance going for me. Much love, Lauren."
You go, Lauren. You work on your solo dancing.
I'm going to print that out and just put it everywhere.
Yeah, like put it on my desk at work.
So
like
good.
It makes me feel really good to know that what we do here kind of affects people's lives and inspires them a little to do stuff. And
Isn't that a little crazy talk? Isn't that crazy?
yeah, get on with your bad self, Lauren.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for writing to us. And definitely, if anyone else has comments like that, come on, bring them in.
We won't turn them away.
like a
We
hug
might even
over
talk
email.
about you. Speaking of Lindy community and inspiring you to work on stuff on your own at home, Rebecca Brightly of Dance World Takeover is doing
awesome.
a thing Monday
Night Football.
monthly Lindy Challenge video and this Facebook group that's associated with it called Lindy Makers. And are we going to show the video or?
Oh yeah, we so I guess Rebecca has a little video that she has on
It's got a dramatic open.
all about what Lindy Makers is about. Let's take a look.
Hey, Rebecca here. Have you ever been at a dance and seen a bunch of advanced dancers huddled in the corner, sharing cool ideas and cool moves back and forth? And then you're like, what are they working on? I want to know because I want to do it, or I want to try that cool move, or I want to get that variation, or hear that idea. Good dancers are always working on fresh new ideas, and we want to share them with you. That's what Lindy Makers is all about. So here's how it works. Super easy. Each month you'll get a link in your inbox to download a new video. Then you watch that video and learn all about a new advanced concept that we share with you. At the end, we give you the monthly challenge. And I'm the host, picking the brains of a different featured dancer every month so you have fresh new material to work with. Here's what's coming up.
Maker. Maker or breaker. Cool.
One thing that I don't think she mentioned in that part of the video was that so to be a part of this, it costs like $3 a month, which she says is less than the price of a latte.
Wow.
Which is pretty
so worth it.
Cool. And there's a community component as well. I guess kind of like an online forum where you can talk to other people who are doing the challenge as well and be like, oh, I had such a struggle with this. And then someone can be like, well, and then I thought about it this way, and then that made more sense. And you go, oh, mind blown. I think this is a fantastic idea, and Coach DeLauren over there was coming around earlier asking about it, and Rick described it as a kind of corollary to what Dax and Sarah have been doing. We mentioned them maybe last season where they were doing a more competitive sort of version of this, and I really like that this one isn't competitive. It's just like community oriented, which is something that I think comes through really well in a lot of the stuff that Rebecca Brightly does.
Yeah.
So go check it out.
Yeah, Rebecca's kind of the queen of the social media, all kinds of social media, from the Twitter to YouTube to Facebook. So it's an interesting branch out for her. And I was personally a little surprised to see how pregger she was. That was...
I had no idea. And I wasn't going to mention it because we didn't actually get to that part of the video. But now that you say something like, where
Congratulations.
was I? Congratulations,
That's exciting.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
And Paul.
And Paul. And presumably Paul.
Good job. And presumably Paul. Well, let's get moving. Let's end it there before Rebecca hates you.
I love you guys.
Go to RebeccaBretley.com/introducing-Lindy-Makers.
Or LindyMakers.com.
Oh yeah, that
That's
too.
a cool site too.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's time to jump over to a little interview segment that we have coming
I'm
right
excited
up.
about this one.
So we're excited to have another guest.
So excited.
So excited to have the lovely Miss Annie Trudeau on the broadcast. Hello, Annie. How are you?
Hey, hi. I'm great. Thank you.
All right. So Annie took some time out from her very busy schedule to chat with us a little bit. I was really excited to talk to her, but enough of me talking. Annie, you're in Montreal, correct?
Yes, I'm at my apartment in Montreal. That's right.
That's her lovely kitchen.
Yes.
That's that's where she cooks baguettes and stuff, right?
All right. Yes. I cook baguettes every day. Like all Quebec people.
We only seem to talk to people who speak French on this show. That's great. I like that. So Annie,
Yes.
I'm sure a lot of people are really interested in hearing, how did you get started with Lindy Hop? I mean, from what I hear, you were a gymnast at one point, or could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure, yeah. Well, I was a gymnast when I was young, from about 7 years old to 16 years old. And then I quit gymnastics because I had the back problem. After that, I did a bit of jazz dancing and African dancing. And that's when I was a student at university studying engineering, that I saw some swing dancers, local teachers in Montreal, doing a demo class in my school. I was curious. I didn't really take the class. I was, I guess, busy doing something else. But I decided to go later, and that's how I got started.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she's so cool.
You're
She's
you're,
an engineer
you're,
and a
you're cool
gymnast
and you're
a
super smart.
dancer.
Well, I try different things. I do my best.
So as you were learning Lindy Hop and stuff like that, when did you kind of get the bug to? Did you get the bug to perform first, or did you get the bug to compete, or?
No, it was really the social dancing at first, because I had a very, I would say, long and, I don't know the word in English, exigeant. I would say difficult career in gymnastics. I mean, I really enjoyed it and it was great. I loved it, and I was really sad when I had to stop. But it still was 20 hours a week, and it was a competitive sport for me. So when I stopped and I did the dancing, it was more for fun and for socializing. But, you know, it's in my blood. So I could not help but do something like that. So I got approached after about a year of dancing in the social dance scene in Montreal by the Swinging Air Force crew. And that's still the troupe that I'm running now. But at that time, it was more a group of people just sharing moves and doing a little bit of performance stuff. But we grew together, and our first goal was to go to American Lindy Hop Championships in 2001. So we dressed like the nurse and the military boys, and we did American Patrol 2001, you know, in Stamford, Connecticut. And that was a very big deal for us because we were the first Canadians to go to that American championship. So we were really intimidated. But when, you know, everything went well and we got a bit of recognition, we got the third place. So, you know, we were ecstatic, and we decided to start a studio in Montreal. And then it was the business and the competition and the social, everything, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that the Canadians have done all right at American Lindy Hop Championships over the last years. Just okay, you know.
We're doing some things right, yes.
So, speaking of the crew, Swinging Air Force crew. So I didn't realize that you they got in touch with you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now you're running them.
Yes. It's been 12 years, so there was a lot of change in the people. So the people at the time are not all the same, but some people remain. I'm still partnering with one of the guys that was originally in the team, Didier Jean-François. So he's my colleague in owning the Studio 88 Swing and the Swinging Air Force. And there are a few of our teachers that were at the time part of that group. So, and we all have good relations. Some of them are away running their own studio, like Byron Alley in Ottawa, running Swing Dynamite. Kevin in British Columbia running Red Hot Swing. Zach and Marie's running Swing Connection in Montreal. So, you know, we spread out, but we're all doing good things.
Awesome. I don't want to jump. You guys got anything you want to ask or anything?
I think you asked the next thing that's on there.
Well, I'm going to get to it now. Actually, so when did you first pair up with Max, what's his name?
Pitruzella, something like that? Well, I met him when he came to Canada for the Canadian Swing Championships. I think it was in 2004 or 5. Probably 4, actually. And that was because of Patrick Schmidt. Because Patrick Schmidt knew Max, and he knew us because he did his... he was studying chemistry, and he had intern program in Montreal. So he started swing dancing at Studio 88 Swing. So then he went back to France and told us that we should bring this Max guy because he's really cool. So we did, and I met him there. And 2 years after that, because of the changes in our studio, we sort of were looking for a leader to bring in our studio and to have be an inspiration for people. So we just asked him, if ever you want a job, maybe you could come to Montreal. And that's how in 2006, at the end of 2006, he moved and we got him a work permit and he started to work in Montreal. And at first I didn't think, I mean, I had another full-time job and I was doing this more part-time, so I didn't think I would do a special partnership or anything, but it sort of happened. I guess we enjoyed dancing together, and we did, you know, we thought we could do more things, and it worked. That's how.
That's awesome. And you guys basically went on to kick butt at many different competitions, almost everything. But I do want to step back for a moment and just say, and just ask you about some of your influences. Like when you started, you know, doing the Lindy Hop, who were you looking at? Like who you or the crew, you know, seeing things from?
Well, when I started, it was in 2000. And in 2000, there was not YouTube. Or if it was, I didn't know it. I don't think there was YouTube at that time. So we tried to have a few DVDs here and there, and we had to move or bring people to Montreal. Since I was a student, I was very busy with my studies, so I could not travel so much. But I did a few workshops, and one of them was with Nathalie and Yuval. So they were really big influences for the Swinging Air Force at the time. We went to New York, they came to Montreal. They sort of were mentors for us, guiding us in doing team stuff together, you know, practicing together, working on air steps for sure, and having guidelines, I guess, for choreographies. So they were really important at first for the team and also for me as an individual learning Lindy Hop at that time. Stephen Mitchell and Virginie were also influential for me. I'm not sure when I met them first. I think they came to Montreal. And then I went and took a few workshops with them. I remember Swing Out New Hampshire. Yeah, so I didn't do so many of them, but those are the two couples that were the most influential for me at first. Then I remember Peter Strom with Caitlin George. I remember one workshop with them. One with Damon Stone. He came to Montreal. And then when I could, you know, start to look at the videos, I have never been a big video watcher. I have a hard time when it's not live in front of me. But definitely after that, all the mini smoochers at the time were really inspiring for me. So I think that pretty much covers it. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody.
That's absolutely wonderful. I mean, being from New York, I was, you know, I was also Rick too. We were both very exposed to Natalie and Yuval. and they were a great influence to a lot of dancers. But let's just fast forward now back to what happened this year at ILHC. No one seemed to have seen it coming. That you and Max.
And all along.
What's that? Say that again.
I said that was the plan all along. Last year, just for this year to be more a surprise, and it worked. Just kidding.
So just to let people know what we're talking about, Annie and Max competed in the showcase. Yeah. Showcase division. A division I don't think they've ever lost.
True.
Ever. Did you hear me? Ever.
In the history of ILHC.
In the history of ILHC, they never lost. How was that, Annie, for you guys to come out and just surprise everyone like that?
Yeah, it was absolutely great. I mean, there was a lot of pressure. I won't lie to you. Before the competition, I tried always to calm myself because I knew it would be a very emotional moment. So, I was really, really excited. I'm just always so happy to be pushed forward by these kinds of situations. And I know how great is the relation with the crowd. I'm so happy and stimulated when I know that people want to watch my dancing, and I want to show them what I can do best, right? And what kind of great teamwork we can accomplish to get to a product that is hopefully inspiring. So I was really excited, but I was so nervous, because you don't have to just be good. You have to be better. You have to be better every year, or else if you don't beat yourself, it's not good enough, right? People can get bored very easily, and I can feel that and I understand that. So because of this, it puts a tremendous amount of pressure on me, but at the same time, it pushes me forward, so it's all good.
Spoken like a true master of her trade, guys.
Well, I think you've been doing a fantastic job of that, of always meeting and then exceeding your expectations. So I kind of have to ask, what's next?
Yeah, what is next? That's a great question.
Oh, gosh.
No pressure.
Well, I'm getting tired of traveling, so in the last year I slowed down to allow myself to have more time and more continuity, I would say, in my hometown, making the scene grow and making my business grow. So I think I'm putting a little bit more my roots in the ground here in Montreal. So right now my challenge is really the business challenge. I have a very good time and sometimes a little bit too much stress, trying to find, the good things to do and the good challenges to attack so that my business can grow healthily and I can have more of an income coming from that eventually. Because I really like the traveling when it's not too much. When I still feel like I can give my best energy throughout all this. When it's too much, I feel like everything I do is not, with as much joy as there could be and as much energy. So I'm trying to find that balance. And actually, maybe it doesn't seem like a big challenge, but it is, because saying no is not very easy for me. When I have people asking me to come here and there, and I say, well, I have too much in my month. I need to say no, maybe next year. So that's what's next, I think.
Wow. Well, I think we gotta all respect you looking for some kind of life balance and also taking care of business at home. That's obviously really important. So for those for people who want to keep track of you, keep track of the company, how do they find out about what you're doing and what the school's up to?
We have a website called studio88swing.com. This is the name of my school, Studio 88 Swing. We also have Facebook groups, Studio 88 Swing, or the Swinging Air Force is the name of our troops. Yeah, we have the Swinging Air Force Squad that you can see at ILHC, but actually we have 5 amateur and professional Lindy Hop teams and 2 in Balboa as well.
5.
That's incredible. That is seriously a military force in Lindy Hop to be reckoned with, right?
You know what we should do? We should have like Annie's group just like attack the Korean groups. Just have a
multi-pronged.
Is that a bad idea?
No.
I think that's a terrible idea.
That didn't sound right.
Oh, well. Well,
I don't think that really fosters like
Lindy love.
Fostering Lindy love here. It's all war.
Because in Canada, that's all they do is they battle.
What is it good
Oh,
for?
la 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 la.
Annie, thank you so much for spending some time with us out of your busy schedule. And she really is super busy. I mean, we were trying to arrange stuff, but she's so good. She's so. Thank you so much, Annie, for just being
You're
you.
welcome. Thanks to you.
Mwah. We'll see you later.
We do have to get to some videos before we bounce out.
Yeah, talk about this first.
Okay, I'll do this first one. This is from one of our biggest fans, James McGraw, who's now in San Diego.
Hey, James.
Yay, James. He wanted to share with us a Netflix recommendation he was watching with his grandma, I think, and they started watching this show called Silver Bells, which is a story of this historic chorus group used to perform in Harlem in the 30s at the Apollo and the Cotton Club, and like some of them have gotten together and they're performing now, and there's this really cool, I guess, documentary about these ladies, and I think we have a little bit of the trailer. We can check it out.
You ready to go?
Okay, we're on. A lot of history on these walls. This is the original Apollo line.
Apollo Theater rocket.
There's 16 girls in the line. Yeah.
That's right. Man, look at us today.
Take the A train.
Start talking about show business, especially the Apollo. You end up talking about Bert.
I wasn't afraid of nothing. Teach me that. When the boys used to run up to grab me and teach me steps, you know? That's how I learned how to tap dance. Now all these girls are too old to be dancing.
Oh man, just a little clip. It's killing me. Right?
It just killed me to watch this. I did this. I totally did this. I'm watching the clip.
Yeah.
I'm sitting back in my chair because James added this until you added showing us. Sit back in my chair and I start. The clip comes on and I do this. I did the lean forward. I was like, I'm sold. I rented it. Thank you, James.
Yeah. So go to Netflix.
Spuds is leaning in.
I did the lean in.
He did the lean in. It's called "Been Rich All My Life."
That's
Story
awesome.
of the Silver Bells. Check it out.
I've got a chorus girl group here in San Francisco that obviously needs to see this.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Let's keep going back in time.
Yeah, more
What's this other clip?
inspiration.
One more?
Yeah, we got to do this one. Can't.
Nicholas Brothers?
Yeah.
Got to do the brothers.
Thank you to the Lindy Project for posting about this on Facebook, because goodness knows that's how I watch half of the old videos that I do. We've got a video of the Nicholas Brothers, Girl in Kalamazoo. And you have a slowed down version?
Well, check this out. Watch the clip a little bit because I was intrigued on this one too. So, we all know the Nicholas Brothers are amazing, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, they're alright.
No one jazz splits like those guys.
Wow.
Bam!
Holy smoke. So, it's so hard to cut away from this. Okay, just a minute. Just give me a minute.
This is the parkour part? Oh, yes. They're such b-boys.
Here we go.
Ah!
Oh, forget it. So check this out.
Doing it before Bobby Bonzi.
Yeah, go to YouTube, look up Girl in Kalamazoo, Nicholas Brothers. But after watching Fayard and Harold do those two little tricks, I slowed it down. So check this out. Look how insane this is. So we've got he's completely horizontal, comes down to a split, boom, comes up. Now watch this. This has to be like 2.5 turns.
Whoa.
Into a split and back up the opposite way.
Oh.
Boom.
Unreal.
What
is that?
Ouch.
Yeah.
So who threw that on the thing? Because thank you. You did?
Yeah.
Oh, just
Spuds approves of me. Spuds approves of me.
I did the lean forward on that one. I did the lean forward.
You have to do lean forward on that one.
All right, we're done.
So the Lindy Project posts great videos all the time about dancing stuff that you should see. You should follow them on Facebook. Just saying.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, I think that's all we have time for for episode 35 of Swing Nation.
These things
as difficult as this is. So thanks Annie Trudeau, of course, for being fantastic, being a wonderful guest. Thank you guys for watching. We want to thank our wonderful host, Cafe Sophie, for putting us here. 3463 16th Street in San Francisco, serving fine Verve coffee beverages and Silk Road teas and tasty pastries. Cafe Sophie, SF. swingnationradio.com.
It's empty. You
Love
can
those
pretend.
guys. If you want to reach us, we would love to hear from you, whether it's on email or whatever. You can email us at news@yehudi.com, Facebook us on Yehudi. You can Twitter us on Yehudi, Zuckerpunch, Spuds, or Rickomatic. And you can call us at 201-984-SHOW, 201-984-7469. Operators are standing by. And we will be back with episode 36 in just a week. But until then, keep kicking ass.
I'm doing the lean forward.
We're all going to do the lean forward.
Can we stop leaning forward now?
Okay, I'm going to fall over.
Okay. Bye.
All around the planet, gates are in the groove. Don't have to understand it, you just have to move. Truck on down, pimp your stroll, put some jelly on that road, Swing Nation.
People grooving together.